Yo, Central Strong. This is not even a shout out. This is specifically something that I'm gonna keep it real. Excuse me. And I'm gonna reflect on this wrestler as I would reflect on my life. Dolph Ziggler, and I know this sounds kind of corny probably to some of you, but he's a real inspiration to me. I have watched a documentary called Success of a Failure, and Dolph Ziggler is viewed as a failure, but he's so successful. Want to know what's funny? September 3rd, 2018, a few days ago, he just won the Tag Team Championship with Drew McIntyre. Both are underrated wrestlers. Both wrestlers who've been humiliated. Both are wrestlers who are mid-card. Both are wrestlers that people tend to overlook or always tend to pick last. And I admire Dolph Ziggler because he hangs in there. Everyone's talking about how weak he is, how lean and skinny he is, how he's just someone who managed to get lucky all the time, and all this other jazz. How he had a championship that only lasted 1 minute before Edge took it from him. But you want to know why I admire this man so much? Because despite of all the terrible treatment he went through, he stuck through it all. Despite of all the failures he faced, despite of all the humiliations getting poured on with paint in the middle of the ring, people laughing at him, not having any friends in the locker room, everyone's talking about he's weak, he's little, he's too scrawny, how they saying that he only wins because of Drew McIntyre, people calling Dolph Ziggler a cheater, calling him someone that uses people, calling Dolph Ziggler all these names. But you know what? He still got that championship just 2 days ago with the same person y'all look down on as well. And I'm saying this in my case because I'm like Dolph Ziggler. I've been humiliated all my life. I have done stuff that I said I'll never do. I have not followed up with plans that I planned to follow up with. I have been bullied. I've been losing friends consistently. I barely made it back to school. I have so many issues. I could go on and on and on, just like Dolph Ziggler. But this man gives me inspiration to stick things out, even if I suck at it, even if everyone thinks I'm terrible, and to keep trying. Because you know what? The more I stick things out, the more I get used to being around things that don't want me around. The more I'll get used to understanding that the end is where the trophy is. I might not be good at everything I do. Dolph Ziggler might not be the best wrestler in the world. Crap, the way people make fun of him, he sound like one of the worst. But this man is still wrestling. This man is still making stats. He's still being successful. And you could go on YouTube and see how bad he's been humiliated. He even got fired a few times from wrestling. Fired. He got fired after the championship was taken from him, and he only had 1 minute to celebrate it. I can relate to this man. I can relate to be the bench warmer. I can relate to not fitting in with the crowd. I can relate to feeling like I'm always the fish out of water everywhere I go. Just like Dolph Ziggler. But you know what? Still hanging in there. I'm still trying. I'm not going to quit. I never quit. And even if I look like a failure, I have to say I'm a damn successful one. Because after all the stuff I went through, just like Dolph, still hanging on tight, I don't think anybody can say anything negative about me at this point. And if they do, I guess I'm going to be looked at as a windbag. Because I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And this goes out for all you other underdogs out there. If you watch wrestling, look at Dolph Ziggler. He's a huge underdog. Look how successful he is right now. Whether you play basketball, tennis, swimming, track, football, whether you're in some club, whether you do dancing, whatever you do, if you're the second string, third string, fourth string, or the final string person, the one that everyone wants to pick last, the one that everyone never, ever really speaks about, just look at Dolph Ziggler. Look at all the things he went through. And hopefully, he can give you some inspiration like he gave me some. Hopefully he can. And hopefully this video does. Because the more you try, the more you suffer, the more it will be easier for you to survive in anything, anywhere. Hope this touches you, whoever listens to it. Dolph Ziggler, thanks for being my inspiration. And I hope this video inspires, I hope this recording inspires many others as well. Thank you.